So guys, as I said in that last clip, wills. Now, I am the only benefactor of my mother's will. Well, me and my family, obviously, my kids, my wife. Now, if somebody has written a will and you have a copy of it, there's usually two executors on it, for reasons, obviously. The main executor of my mother's will passed away. Now, you have to get a death certificate from the person who's passed away. Now, the problem I had, I knew the lady had passed away, but I didn't know the date she had passed away. Now, you'd think, well, I had a name. She had a very unusual name. I'm not going to give that. I will say a middle name was Mac Lucky, with an IE. Very unusual. Her entire name was very unusual. So I had that, and I had her last address. And you'd think, go down to the registrar. Telephone the registrar, you'd think, you can't do that. You go through a computer and it says, press 3, press 1, press 5, press this, and then it tells you to go to a website. I needed information, but I couldn't get the information on the website, so I went down to the registrar. I said, I've got a problem. This is my mother's will. Here it is. This is me. Here's my passport. I identified myself completely. I didn't give the ladies details. I said, what I need, because we can't execute this will until I have this lady's death certificate to prove that she's dead. And we're like, well, why do I need to prove she's dead? Well, they were saying due to fraud and money laundering, apparently. But so I went down to the registrar, give the name and address. Well, first I asked the solicitors. Sorry, I'll start at the beginning. I went to the solicitor and they went, well, you've got to get this. And I went, can't you get it? You're legally, in charge of the will now, because the other executor is my mate, and it's a lot of work executing a will. There's lots of ins and outs, and so I put it in hands of a solicitor and pay for it. You know what I mean? And they went, oh no, you've got to get it. So I went, well, how do I get that? We don't know. I says, yeah, but I don't know when she died. And they went, you've got to find out. I said, how do I find out? We don't know. Not really useful, considering you're paying them $3 or $4 grand, you know what I mean, or more. I haven't paid, it's not paid for yet, but it's still ongoing. So I went, okay. So anyway, like I say, I tried to use the internet, and that didn't work. And all I had was an internet, was a telephone, because my mother, being an old lady, didn't do internet, didn't do smartphones. We couldn't even FaceTime her like that when we couldn't see her. That were just, it's abhorrent, absolutely. Yeah, I haven't got words that I could use here. So, yeah, so I went down to the registry office. I went in, here's the lady, here's all that. That's me, that's her last address, that's who she is. The lady at the desk went, oh, I'm sorry, we can't give you that. I says, have you got it? She went, yeah. She went, well, can I have it? She went, no, can't give it you. The, rules of, privacy, privacy rules. I says, yeah, but look, it's here. This is a name. That's what it's for. How could I use that possibly for fraudulent use or anything like that? Obviously, she's dead. They went, oh no, we can't help you with that. So she says, wait a minute, and she went in back and come back about 15, 20 minutes later. But this was going on, me trying to find this out, it's been going on for months. I only got this address in, middle of February, end of February. It might not even been, it might have been later than that. I don't remember the exact date because everything was going on. But yeah, so they went, no, we can't get you. She went in back, she went, but try this. And she gave me the telephone number to the main cemetery in Sheffield, which is City Road, which, because the registrar office can't give it you, But the main cemetery registers all deaths, all funerals. But it has to be the main one in your area. They register all funerals. So I rung this lady up at the cemetery, and she went, blah 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 blah. It's like, was she buried? Was she cremated? I says, I haven't got a clue, to be honest. I says, can you check them both? This is a name. It's very unique name. I says, there can't be two other people on the planet called this, so it can't be mixed up. And I've got her last address. So she went through computer, and bless her, she got it me. Now I thought the lady had died in about 2017, which I was totally wrong. It was 2013. So I got this. Then I went on the internet to try and get the death certificate over the internet, which £22 I'd have to wait 2 weeks, and it'd come through post, or £35 and they'd send it me in 2 days, basically. So I went on the internet, sorted it all out, filled it all out on a poxy little phone, which is difficult. I mean, I just had my eyes done, and they're not perfect now, but managed to go through everything on that. Put my credit card details in. Doesn't take my credit card. Doesn't take American Express. So I thought, right, okay. The next day, caught a bus because I didn't hire a car because I was there that long. Found out what bus to catch again. Went down to the register office in Sheffield. Give the details, and I thank the lady for giving me the number for the cemetery and for pointing me in the right direction, because that was very good of her. And I said, right, I need this death certificate. And she said, do you want the £22 and we'll send it you in 2 weeks? I says, no, I want to go home. In actual facts, here, home. And she went, well, that'll be £35. I says, will that come within the next couple of days? And she went, yes. And I was going to turn to leave, and she says, wait a minute, because I'd explained the situation. I was quite upset, to be honest. And she went, wait a minute. She went, have you got 10 minutes? And I went, yeah. She says, I'll print you one out while you're here. Cost me £35, but I got it printed out. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're on a will and any of the executors are dead, especially if it's the number one executor on the list, right, find out what cemetery in your area or in the area that person died, right, controls or lists all the funerals, cremations and everything in your area, or in that area, because you will have an absolute pain getting it. It took me from December till probably end of February just to get it sorted out, and I had no real help apart from that lady in the end from the registrar, who probably broke a little rule because she slipped me the piece of paper. So thank you to that lady, and bear that in mind, guys and girls. Nice to be nice.